Ipswich, a historic Suffolk town known for its tranquil waterfront and welcoming community. But in the summer of 2018, beneath that peaceful facade, a lethal conflict was taking shape. Two rival gangs, Nino often called the Three, or IP3, and J Block based around Jubilee Park, were embroiled in a feud fueled by territorial disputes, social media taunts, and tragically knife crime. Before long, that rivalry would claim the life of a 17-year-old boy, Tavis Spencer-Aitkens.
It was in broad daylight yesterday when a 17-year-old boy was stabbed close to his home.
To understand Tavis' story, we must examine the growth in gang culture in Ipswich. Nino, affiliated with the IP3 postcode in the Nacton area, was locked in a bitter rivalry with J Block, rooted in the Jubilee Park area in IP1. Each group posted drill or trap music videos on YouTube to flaunt their lifestyle and insult the opposing side. The lyrics often referenced drugs, money, and too often violence. Among Nino's circle was Tavis Spencer-Aitkens, only 17 years old. Though not a core member, he was known to appear in music videos and hang out with friends aligned to Nino. Meanwhile, J Block boasted local rap artists with street names like Geo, Youngs, Bands and Flex. The notoriety extended beyond their own postcodes, with school children as young as 10 memorising J Block's lyrics. Local youth workers sounded the alarm, warning that the glamorisation of gang life was drawing more young people into violent situations.
With the music that's out today.
But the demand for respect in the gang world overshadowed these concerns, setting the stage for a devastating tragedy.
Promoting that that's the correct way of life. They need to realise that they don't need to put that into reality. They don't need to follow that negativity.
By mid-2018, escalating tensions between Nino and J Block were well known to the police and to residents wary of walking certain streets. In August 2017, a 16-year-old J Block affiliate was stabbed near Landseer Road, allegedly by Nino members. And in May 2018, a drive-by shooting targeted a property linked to J Block. Though no one was hurt, it signalled just how far these rivalries had intensified. Throughout it all, J Block members like Geo, Youngs, Bands and Flex continued to produce music that flaunted a dangerous bravado. On the other side, Nino responded with their own videos. Everywhere you looked, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, these gangs traded insults, mocking each other in a cycle of provocation. Respect mattered deeply, and any perceived disrespect risked violent retaliation. On the afternoon of June 2nd, 2018, everything boiled over. Two J Block members, including Aristotle Yenge and a 16-year-old boy, had a tense confrontation with two associates from Nino inside a local cosmetics shop called Lush. A shouting match erupted in front of startled customers. Concerned that this had escalated into outright violence, an off-duty police officer, Sergeant Murray Osmond, intervened. He ordered the groups to leave the store separately, but the damage was done. For J Block's members, particularly Geo and Youngs, being forced to back down in public was humiliating. Soon after, they decided to strike back. That afternoon, several J Block members, including Kyrie Stavis, Isaac Calver and Adebayo Musa, armed themselves with knives and headed to the Nacton estate. They were joined by 23-year-old Geo, who had also been at the altercation. Some travelled by bike, others in a van driven by 42-year-old Leon Glasgow. Prosecutors would later argue that these men intended to settle the score once and for all. 17-year-old Tavis Spencer-Aitkens was simply walking home from the local shops near Queen's Way. Though not a central figure in Nino, his affiliation put a target on his back. Moments after spotting him, the J Block members rushed forward. Witnesses described the chaotic ambush. Tavis was hit over the head with a glass bottle and stabbed 15 times in under a minute. He tried to escape, but the group pinned him down. One witness recalled 3 or 4 people attacking him simultaneously, leaving him no chance to defend himself. The stepsister Candy's Sobers rushed to help. She asked who had done this. With his final breaths, Tavis whispered, "J Block man, there were too many of them." He died at Ipswich Hospital a short time later. The shock in the Nafton estate was immediate. Friends, neighbours and family gathered at the scene, unable to comprehend how a teenage dispute escalated to such brutality. The news of Tavis's murder spread quickly. Outside his father's home, flowers and handwritten notes piled up, a makeshift shrine in memory of a life cut short. His mother Sharon Box spoke about a broken heart, and his father Neville Aitkens recalled the haunting words Tavis has uttered in his final moments: "Don't let me die." As condolences poured in, anger also surged. Detective Chief Inspector Mike Brown led a major investigation. CCTV footage, eyewitness testimony and forensic evidence traced the killer's path as they fled. Some on bicycles, others in the van. Within days, police divers pulled a knife from the River Gippon, believed to be one of the murder weapons tossed away by the attackers. 6 people were charged in connection with Tavis's death: Aristote Yenge, Iris Davis, Isaac Calver and Adebayo Musa faced murder charges. A 5th, Callum Platt, was charged with manslaughter, and the van driver Leon Glasgow faced similar charges. Over 4 months at Ipswich Crown Court, the prosecution laid out a devastating case. They showed CCTV evidence of J Block members converging on the Nafton estate, and social media posts hinting at an imminent attack of revenge. The music videos which both groups had used to brag and threaten each other were played for the jury, revealing how deeply this rivalry was intertwined with social media culture. When the verdict arrived in March 2019, the court found Yenge, Davis, Calver and Amusa guilty of murder. Judge Martin Levitt sentenced them to life in prison with minimum terms of 21 to 25 years. Platt was found guilty of manslaughter and sentenced to 14 years, while Leon Glasgow was acquitted after convincing the jury that he had unwittingly been roped into driving the van. In a tense courtroom, Tavis's parents confronted the killers, calling them cowards who had butchered their son. Some of the convicted men showed little remorse, whispering and smiling among themselves. The judge called the killing a grim demonstration of how knife crime has blighted towns and cities across the UK. In April 2020, one more blow was dealt to Tavis's family. The High Court ruled that Kyrie Youngs Davis' minimum 21-year term should be reduced to 16, noting that he was only 16 at the time of the murder. Tavis's father, Neville Aitkens, expressed heartbreak over the decision, arguing that a violent act of this scale should not be excused by the attacker's youth. Tavis Spencer-Aitkens' murder left an indelible scar on Ipswich. Candlelit vigils brought the community together, with many vowing to tackle the epidemic of knife crime head-on. Suffolk police increased their efforts to deter young people from getting caught up in gang culture, and local charities stepped up outreach programmes to show teenagers there was another path. Tavis's mother Sharon Box and his father Neville spoke publicly about the loss, begging other parents to watch for signs of gang involvement.
Although this provides us with some comfort, these convictions will not bring Tavis back, nor will they bring to an end the heartache we will always feel without him in our lives.
Who were these people to judge Tavis? What right did they have to take his life? We will forever live with our broken hearts, but to know these defendants are off our streets and the family and Tavis have justice is welcome.
They hoped their family's tragedy could serve as a wake-up call, urging young people to break the cycle of retribution and violence. Tavis Spencer-Aitkens was more than just another statistic in Britain's knife crime crisis. He was a beloved son, a brother, and a friend who loved music, shared jokes, and dreamed of what his future might hold. His life was cut short by a territorial feud that escalated from YouTube taunts to murderous violence. Even now, Ipswich continues to grapple with the senseless loss of a young life. The names of J Block's rappers, Geo, Youngs, Bands and Flex no longer symbolise local celebrity so much as they serve as a stark reminder of what can happen when gang rivalries spiral out of control. If there is any legacy to Tavis's story, it's the urgent plea from his grieving family and community: let this never happen again.